So here are 5 things that you need to keep in mind if you're preparing for your data science interview. Step 1 is your foundation. You need to be fluent with Python, SQL, statistics, and the basics of working with modern AI APIs. Because today's data roles blend classical machine learning with generative AI workflows. In Python, you need to go deeper into pandas and NumPy, learn polars for fast data manipulation, scikit-learn for classical machine learning, and evaluation libraries like Evidently or Giscard. You don't need to be a software engineer, but you should know how to call a model, parse its output, and integrate it in a small pipeline. In SQL, practice joins, window functions, analytical queries, and CTEs. Most companies today still heavily rely on SQL. Interviewers want to see if you can think using rows, columns, and relationships. In statistics, focus on what you'll actually use in interviews. Hypothesis testing, confidence intervals, bias versus variance, probability distribution, and how to interpret noise in your data. These concepts matter even more when working with generative AI outputs. Then step 2 is exploratory data analysis or EDA. This is where you show your thinking. You will almost always be asked to interpret a dataset or walk through your process. Use pandas or polars for manipulation and Seaborn or Plotly for visuals. Go deeper into these patterns. Focus on business framing. What metric actually matters? What's driving the behavior? Where could a leakage or bias occur? Modern interviews may also include embeddings. So do familiarize yourself with how to generate an embedding, plot it with UMAP or PCA, and interpret clusters. Kaggle datasets are perfect for this. Take one dataset and answer 3 things. What is the business question? What matters the most? And how do you communicate it simply? Then step 3 is machine learning fundamentals. This will go along with the modern ML stack. Learn the classics, which is linear models, tree-based models, clustering, and ensemble models. Understand concepts like regularization, cross-validation, class imbalance, ROC curves, and precision recall trade-offs. But don't stop there. Currently, interviews also lean heavily into applied generative AI. So learn how to use embeddings, how vector search works, how to build a small RAG system, and how to evaluate it. Get familiar with LangChain or LangGraph. Learn function calling, prompting patterns, and context engineering. You don't need to be a LLM researcher, but you do need to know how to build something with a model rather than just talk about it. Then step 4 is projects and case studies. This is where you stand out. Build 2 or 3 modern projects that cover the spectrum. One classical machine learning project with tabular data, one data analysis project that shows storytelling, and one generative AI project that integrates model, retrieval, evaluation, and a simple interface. Build a personal search engine, or build a customer support agent, or build a forecasting model that combines structured features and text. You can use open source models like Qwen, Llama, GLM, or Fireworks AI also has multiple embedding models that you can start to work on today. Publish your work on GitHub, Medium, or LinkedIn. What matters most is your clarity. Show your thought process. Show what went wrong. Show why you made your decisions. That is what interviewers are looking for. Then step 5, and very important, is communication and do mock interviews. Most people underestimate this, but communication is the part that decides the offer. Practice explaining your project like a story. What was the problem? What data did you use? What did you try? What failed? What worked? And what impact did it have? Use tools like Interview Query or Strata Scratch for problem solving. You can also use ChatGPT to simulate machine learning or LLM design interviews. Practice explaining embeddings, RAG, drift, and evaluation. Listen to your recording. The question is simple. Would someone from the business side understand your logic? If yes, you're already ahead of most of the candidates. If you stay consistent for 8 to 10 weeks practicing these steps in order, I assure you'll feel a lot more confident for your interview. And do save this roadmap so you can refer to it later.